Tonight on DC News Now.
Hey everyone, tracking a very chilly night, but we're headed for a rebound. I see the 30s and 40s. I have your full forecast. It's coming up.
2 DC police officers pardoned by President Trump for their roles in the death and cover-up of DC men they were chasing. Tonight, why some are so upset with the move.
A former Capitol Police officer reacting to the presidential pardons for those convicted of attacking police during the January 6 riots.
On my back thinking I just need to protect my gun because I could lose my life here right on the steps of the U.S. Capitol.
His message for President Trump tonight.
Hopping on public transportation to get to school. The proposal in Alexandria to help alleviate the need for school bus drivers.
The Commanders blocking out the noise as they prepare for Sunday's NFC Championship game. The excitement for the team is soaring along with ticket prices. We'll help you stretch your dollar if you're planning to see them in Philly.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran.
Hey, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. We are in a DMV First Warn Day. Another bitter cold night ahead of us. Take a live look on this Wednesday night. Outside of the Kennedy Center, temperatures once again will be in the single digits. We just can't seem to shake it right now.
All right, let's get to Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. It's an improvement, though, because overnight and into this morning, it was in the negative territories.
Definitely. So this is a gradual situation. Nothing's happening suddenly, even though we really want it here in the DMV and need it. I promise changes by tomorrow afternoon. Really, tomorrow morning is a rough start, right? We're not going to be in negative digit territory, but single digits. And so the winds have been very minimal tonight, and that's been very helpful. This morning, DC officially hitting 0 degrees, one of our coldest mornings of the winter season and of this year so far. Out towards Loudoun County, Western Maryland, it materialized. We hit negative 20 in a lot of those locations. So winds are light to variable at this time. Not a big issue with wind chills because you don't have super blustery conditions. It's the ambient temperature that continues to be very low, teens and single digits at this hour. They have expired all of our cold alerts except one county out towards Garrett County, and that remains in place until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's a very chilly start, but after about noon tomorrow, we start to see a shift in our winds coming out of the south, and then here comes the 30s. Actually, more of a warm up Friday, Saturday into this upcoming weekend. More of that forecast coming up.
All right, Janessa, and the ice and snow still covers so many of the roads and the sidewalks throughout the DMV, including here in Silver Spring, Maryland. You can see just the snow piles that haven't melted or haven't been shoveled. The neighbors here in Silver Spring telling us that they're tired of seeing it, tired of dealing with it and bundling up. We're going to have more on how everyone is handling these bitter conditions in our next half hour.
Meanwhile, developing tonight at 9 o'clock, President Trump issuing full and unconditional pardons to former D.C. police officers. Terrence Sutton and Andrew Zabavsky were convicted in a deadly police chase that killed Karan Hilton Brown back in 2020. Court documents show the officers chased him for more than 10 blocks for riding a scooter without a helmet. Hilton Brown was hit and killed by a passing car. In November, Sutton and Zavasky were sentenced to multiple years in prison, but were out free on bond. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live tonight at the 4th District Police Station.
And Daniel, you have been gathering so much reaction from this news, but first, you are outside that police department there where there's some fencing that's gone up.
Susan and Chris, let me step out of the way and show you some of these metal barricades that have been put up here just in case there might have been a protest tonight. That, of course, has not happened, but there is still strong reaction online from those who say they shouldn't have been pardoned, and from officers themselves. Now, Sutton was convicted of second-degree murder, while both Zabavsky and Sutton were convicted of trying to cover up what happened that night. Zabavsky's attorney said he thanks President Trump for his decision, while Sutton's attorney said Trump corrected a grave injustice, saying in part, while we are confident that the DC Circuit would have reversed this conviction, we are thrilled that President Trump ended this prosecution once and for all. On X, the DC Police Union said Officer Sutton was wrongly charged by corrupt prosecutors for doing his job. This action rights an incredible wrong that not only harmed Officer Sutton, but also crippled the ability for the department to function. Now, both Sutton and Zabavsky were released after September, pending their appeals. This is what Karan Hilton Brown's mother, Karen Hilton, said then about the judge's decision.
It's called white privilege. That's it. It's called the value of black life. How can you not put value on my child's life? He sat there, he scolded them, he knew they were wrong. You're convicted of murder. If this was reversed, if this was a black man, he'd have been locked up.
And of course, more reaction to this tonight. Actually, last night, Janice Lewis George, the council member for Ward 4, posted ahead of the pardons saying, quote, "Decisions like this make our communities less safe, and it sends a dangerous message that justice can be undermined." We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Look at Capitol Hill tonight. It was earlier today the founder of the far-right group, the Oath Keepers, met with Republican lawmakers there. President Trump issued a pardon, releasing him years ahead of his prison sentence. Stewart Rhodes was convicted of seditious conspiracy for the January 6th attack on the Capitol 4 years ago. He was sentenced to 18 years in prison, but as you know now that the president commuted his sentence so he didn't have to serve the remainder of it. It just comes days after Trump pardoned or granted clemency to more than 1,500 others who were convicted for their roles on January 6th. Many leaving the D.C. jail, they say they were grateful, while there are many police officers who are just pushing back.
Yeah, that riot left more than 150 police officers injured. Among those injured defending Congress that day, former Capitol Police officer Winston Pinjon. One of his colleagues died in the line of duty. D.C. News Now weekend anchor Ben Jenis joining us live tonight, and he interviewed Pinjon today.
And Ben, he says that a sweeping pardon for so many people is just such a slap in the face.
That's right. The former U.S. Capitol Police officer was on the front lines that infamous day, January the 6th. He was also the many that were hurt. And after those who received pardons, they're thankful for that forgiveness from President Trump. But Officer Pinjon says that the memories of those who were assaulted, that cannot be erased.
It was a scene unlike any before. A violent mob taking over the U.S. Capitol January 6th.
Went from pushing to me being punched in the face, knocked on my back, my baton stolen from me, ripped from my hands, and me on my back thinking I just need to protect my gun because I could lose my life here right on the steps of the U.S. Capitol.
A harrowing memory for Winston Pinjon, a former U.S. Capitol Police officer, among many officers hurt that day. After 1,500 people were pardoned after being charged, Pinjon describes feeling like President Trump turned his back on those in uniform.
Such a complete slap in the face to those of us who protected the Capitol that day. For those officers who showed up, protected the president now at his inauguration this time, and continue to protect members of Congress, it is just really despicable.
Among those now out of jail, founder of far-right group The Oath Keepers, Stewart Rhodes, released from D.C. jail and then seen on Capitol Hill today, feeling,
of course, relief. You know, but like I said, I knew it was coming. Joy, you know, gratefulness.
Everybody makes mistakes. We're all human, but some make worse mistakes than others. This pardon, it just says there's no accountability and there's no justice.
if you had a chance to talk to President Trump, what would you tell him?
I would urge him to honor his oath of office just like I did that day and my entire career, and ask him and plead to him really that the American people must come first. Our Constitution must come first. This is not about him. This is about all of us and what is right for America.
And again, those sweeping pardons involving charges from anywhere obstructing an official proceeding, obstruction of justice, all the way to, yes, assaulting police officers and seditious conspiracy. I asked Pinjon what he might have to say for people who support those pardons. He says he just doesn't know how he would respond. On Capitol Hill, Ben Jenis, DC News Now.
All right, all new tonight. Police say the two men who died when their pickup truck plunged off the Arlington Memorial Bridge into the Potomac River were twins. Jared and Gerald Wirt were from Chesapeake Beach, Maryland. They were 52 years old. Now, police have not said why the white pickup truck, you can see it here in dash cam video, swerved across all lanes and flew off the bridge into the icy river Thursday night. Crews did pull the truck out of the river and recovered both bodies last week. Also in Maryland, a man is fighting for his life after he crashed into a parked car in Montgomery County overnight. It happened on Cedar Lane in Bethesda just after 2:30 this morning. His car hit a parked Ford Bronco, which flipped on its roof. That Bronco then bounced into a parked pickup truck. Police have not said what led to that chain reaction crash.
Over in Maryland, investigators in Montgomery County are looking for 2 suspects who robbed an employee at the Holiday Inn in Silver Spring. Police are sharing these images of the 2 men they're looking for. They say one suspect had a semi-automatic handgun who attacked the worker, stole cash from the register, and the other man served as a lookout. Investigators say the 2 then took off in a black 4-door Chevy with unknown plates. Over in Northern Virginia, firefighters in Fairfax County looking into what started this apartment fire in Falls Church this afternoon. You can see firefighters there with the heavy smoke as well as the flames that were coming from inside of the home. Investigators and firefighters there, they were able to help get people safely out of those homes and rescue 2 dogs.
All right, the Commanders back at work today, practicing indoors as they prepare for Sunday's huge NFC Championship game.
This is exciting now that they're one of 4 teams left in the playoffs. The media attention alone has really intensified. The Commanders now 1 win away from the Super Bowl. What's stopping them? This big barrier, their division rival, the Eagles. The 2 teams are split in the regular season, each winning 1 apiece.
No teams want to be in this position, so it's a blessing. Can't really take it for granted, but you also just got to be in the moment and, take it one day at a time.
It's not a prove it to everybody else or underdog story. It's how we get down. This is not a 7-game series, and so we got to play our best on Sunday at 3 o'clock.
Yes, they do. As you heard head coach Dan Quinn there, a game kicks off Sunday at 3 up in Philly. We'll continue, of course, to bring you more excitement later on this newscast, later tonight, and also, of course, throughout the rest of this week. So much fun.
The Washington Spirit releasing their schedule for the new season. The women's pro soccer team will start the season away in Houston on March 14th. Then their first home game is March 22nd against Kansas City. The Spirit, of course, coming off an incredible 2024 season where they finished 2nd in the NWSL Championship.